the Ask Marla and Dave segment, and today
I'm tired. Today I'm tired.
You, well, we had to wait for you to come back.
Yeah, I just got back in town. I'm tired.
And today
air travel makes me thirsty.
It's bonus Sunday. It's bonus Sunday. Like we said, today we're going to answer not just one question, but we're going to answer 2 questions.
Wow, we're going to go 2 back to back.
That's what we're going to do.
Question number 1.
We're strong like that.
Who's it from?
This person is anonymous. This is an anonymous viewer who is watches the vlogs.
We respect your anonymity.
Absolutely. But at the same time, there are people who want to share their plight.
Okay.
Or
What's her plight? Is it a her or is it a he?
It is a lady.
Okay.
She's in her mid-30s. Here's the setup. She's in her mid-30s. Her boyfriend is a younger man. He's in his late 20s.
Is that another program?
You go, girl. And her dilemma is this.
She's how old?
In her mid-30s.
Mid-30s. And
he's in his late 20s. 27-ish.
Okay.
That's late.
And she's 35-ish.
Yeah, that's about right. 33-ish, maybe. Anyway, she's got 3 children. He has no children of his own. And this gentleman has stepped into her life. The kids seem to look up to him, and everything seems to be rolling okay. He is a great influence for the children, but she's suffering from guilt, Dave. She feels a little guilty because...
Well, what I don't hear there... Well, go ahead. Finish the...
She feels guilty because she feels that she has burdened him with the responsibility of her family, not monetarily because she does very well on a financial level, but just his responsibility in the way of his emotional support and involvement.
So she's guilty because of the burden that she feels she's placing on him to take care of kids that don't belong to him.
Right, when he can be free to run about and exercise his options.
Okay.
So, let me just say this right off the bat. I have been in your shoes. Number 1, I would identify what you're feeling to first not be guilt, but insecurity. Truth of the matter is, when we're the ones, when you have taken your responsibility of your children, raising your children seriously, you recognize what a binding responsibility that is in your way of freedom. And so you look at this younger man at that, and he is a younger man, and he can pretty much choose whatever he wants, and you kind of in the back of your mind having a hard time justifying how it could possibly even be you. Number 2, I think that sometimes we take on guilt because we feel maybe we should or shouldn't involve this man with our children. That, am I taking care of my needs or am I taking care of their needs? And sometimes that line gets a little bit blurred, and so that too brings on a feeling, and that would be pure guilt.
Well, what I think you're saying, and what I agree with, is that you can't come to any relationship with feelings of guilt or any feelings of any burden that you're bringing to the table and expect the relationship to run smoothly. So, number 1, you have to deal with whatever it is you're dealing with outside of him. These are your issues. It could be the fact that, like Marla said, you're insecure about, where you are coming from and the burden that you're carrying through life, and willingly letting someone share that. A lot of time that's hard for a woman, even for men. B, if you're rushing into something, a relationship to take care of your own needs, and that could be guilt that is warranted. So deal with that and figure out what it is. Wherever your quiet place is, go there, spend some time with God, meditate, spend some time with yourself, and come away with the resolve and the issue solved in your own mind. Put it on the table, and if he's willing to deal with that, you also then have to be willing to accept the love that he's offering and have a great relationship.
Remember that he had a choice.
Question number 2.
Question number 2 is from Gordon. He's in our message board, Take 6 message board family. I think he's one.
Now, did G Money want us to say his name?
G Money.
Gordon G Money? Is
Gordon?
he okay with us saying Gordon?
Gordon? Yes, he is. Anyway, he gets into often he's asked questions before. We actually have a little email relationship going on. It's a threesome. Anyway.
I'm not laughing, G Money.
You're in there, honey. What are you talking about? Okay, true enough, you're just the video guy, but whatever. So here's the deal for G Money. He asks us questions that always cause me personally to deal with past issues in our relationship. And it's good because I come out with a confirmation of why we communicate the way we do and why our relationship, in my personal opinion, is a great relationship, even with all its imperfections. So here's the question. Have we ever fallen out of love? And if we have, what were we doing during that time of separation? What was our actual state of mind? And how did we draw back together and bring the fire back?
How do you get the fire back?
So I
know how to get fire back.
Let me say this. Have I ever fallen out of love? And I'm going to take this into 3 parts. You gave it to me.
Make it quick.
No. What do I do during the time of separation? Self-introspection, because
you're just assuming you need to say there's been times of emotional separation.
Absolutely. That we've never actually moved away from each other, but definitely times in the relationship where there's a serious issue for me and I pull away emotionally, feeling like the way to heal myself is to deal with myself, which I've now come to the conclusion after almost 20 years that that's not the case. You have to meet that person. So, and deal with it. So it's self-introspection at that point to figure out in that quiet moment where I went wrong and make myself available. And how did I fix that? Focusing on the friendship. Always remembering how I felt about you that made you the one for me in the beginning, and that same feeling of unity and calm comes back, and then the windows open up, and then the flowers blossom.
Well, let me just add this before you wax eloquent. And when I first got in the group in Take 6, our record company president at the time, the guy who signed us, M.A.D. Norman, he basically said, your highs in a marriage are going to be the highest that you've ever experienced. The lows are going to be the lowest. And I found that to be true. Anytime that your heart is truly on the table, you're in for a roller coaster ride. The lows that you can feel really hurt. And in today's society, selfish moral values are out there. And they say when you get that hurt,
just get somebody else.
Let's get out of here. But Marla and I have found that, first of all, we have old-fashioned values. So we don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And we have a great friendship, always have had a great friendship. We're best friends. And so for me, it was easy to focus on that and to also understand that we're different people. We deal with issues differently. She deals with issues one way. I deal with issues.
Well, we're clearly different. I have these.
A little more level-headed.
I have these, and he wants them. That's how we're different. He doesn't have any.
And so that leads to the how do you fix it? How do you get the fire back? She has those, and I want them.
And thanks for asking Marla and Dave. Yeah. And this is where
simple as that.
Where we answer honestly. And so this is the place you ask Marla and Dave, so we can have a chance to
help you bring your relationships back to life.
Join us next time when we answer Francesca's question, which is also an ongoing debate with our friends. Honey, is it okay for us to have friends in our marriage that are of the opposite sex?
We're going to answer Francesca with an Ask Marla and Dave, but we're going to actually turn that into a Mad Love Chat as well.
Because that's a good one.
Yeah.
So join us next time right here for Ask Marla and Dave.
See you later.
Later.
A beautiful thing, a beautiful